When I heard about the tragedy in Orlando at the Pulse nightclub, my heart broke. I'm the pastor of a United Church of Christ church, and we are an open and affirming church who strongly believe that all people are equal and all people have the right to thrive in this world. And when I see hatred like that being expressed toward people because of a lifestyle or the color of their skin or things like that, my heart breaks. I know many people who were affected by that tragedy. One gentleman I know lost 7 friends that night. And it's just beyond words, the devastation that people have felt about that. At the same time, I'm heartened by the response of people who come out of the woodwork to be supportive and loving and caring, and I feel like that's God at work in this time and in this place.
Hi, my name is Lori Cimino, and I work at Florida State College at Jacksonville on the South Campus. And my official title is the Instructional Program Manager for the Sign Language Interpretation Program, where we train students to interpret between American Sign Language and English. But one of my other responsibilities that I assume very happily is to sponsor the Gay Straight Alliance Club. So we meet every other week as regularly as we can and do a variety of activities to just provide a safe space and promote an inclusive environment on this campus and make sure that we don't have any exclusiveness in regards to an individual's sexual identity or gender identity.
Hi, I'm Bruce Havens, a pastor at Arlington Congregational United Church of Christ in Jacksonville. When I first heard about what happened in Orlando at Pulse, I have to say that I was incredibly sad. At the same time, I felt such great sorrow for those families, of those who went out to have an evening of just fun and be able to be free to be who they were, and then to have, and especially with the work, being a participant with the work for the Human Rights Ordinance that we have been trying to pass here in this city. One of the things that I said to someone recently, and I would say here, is that I believe that it's very important that as Christians we stand for the value of every human being. No human being has less value. God did not say this one has less value or that one has less value. In my belief, God values each and every human life. And what I find challenging, I think, is to see that in many ways, businesses and other organizations who are seeing that the value of every human being ought to be honored and are supporting a human rights ordinance that protects LGBT persons are at the forefront, and churches are actually not. I find that very sad. I think the church ought to be leading in issues of justice, in ways of expressing God's love for all people. And so I feel very strongly that passing the human rights ordinance is the right thing to do. I think it is the just thing, it is the Christian thing to do. And I actually believe that many of those who interpret the Bible otherwise are wrong.